Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
This is my boomstick.
Here's Johnny.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Righteous! Righteous! Yeah!
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Houston, we have a problem.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Those Film Nerds podcast. My name is Will Spalding, and today, maybe sadly, I'm depending on his mood on this film we're going to talk about later. I'm joined by my co-host Sam Dierberger. Sam, what's happening? What's happening down south, as we like to say?
Down south. Things are good. I drank some water and went down the wrong pipe just as you were talking. But yeah, anyway, I'm down south in the Kansas City, Missouri area, and the Chiefs lost yesterday, and people are, pretty rabid about their Chiefs down here.
They are.
They do not take kindly to their losses. And the other thing I've realized while living down here is that the Chiefs' kingdom, as they say, extends through massive amounts of territory.
Oh, it's probably
it's huge.
Square foot, or square miles wise, is probably the biggest fan base.
They have like everyone
Really, the whole
parts of Iowa. They have everyone in Nebraska, Omaha, Lincoln, Oklahoma, Arkansas, St. Louis. I know a lot of St. Louis people who are just like, after the Rams left, I just jumped ship. Like, stuff like that. So that's kind of a tangent, but
no, that's on topic. That was on topic.
100% on topic.
Because the movie of the week, Sam, is what?
Hubie Halloween, obviously.
Hello, my ghouls and goblins. I know you got your costumes picked out for the frightful festivities. And I hope you all get more treats than tricks.
Halloween's upon us.
Boom, Halloween is upon us. And as we just heard Adam Sandler in a typical Adam Sandler bad movie voice, he's right though. So why not do a Halloween movie as we're quickly approaching that date?
Yeah. How do you feel about Halloween, Will? Are you a Halloween person?
That's a good question. Yes and no. I'll say I'm not like someone who's going to completely decorate my entire house, but I do like Halloween. It's fun.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I never understood the people who didn't like Halloween.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing, because it's objectively great. You get to get free candy and you get to dress up. And,
you have some fun, really. That being said,
an atmosphere, but
it is a weird holiday because it's, any other day of the year, you dress as a creepy clown and go around and scare kids, you're gonna get arrested.
Yes, on Halloween, I know,
and people clap.
Halloween is the closest thing we have to the purge.
It is. It is.
When you think about it.
But also, the thing with Halloween though is we get some movies like Hubie Halloween, but we shouldn't get really into Hubie Halloween quite yet, because there's a few industry news items on the docket that we'd like to get to discuss, at least to get out there.
Yes.
So I think I have two. Sam, you might have one or two. Maybe we should just go over those.
Sure.
So
did you want me to go first?
Yeah. Let's have you go first.
Okay. This is disappointing news for anyone who cares about movies generally.
I don't. So
Dune.
fine then.
Dune. Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve. However you want to pronounce it. This movie has been delayed an entire year. 13 months, in fact.
That's a bummer.
It's been moved from November 20th, 2020, which was supposed to be next month, to December 18th, 2021. Or I'm sorry, October 1st, 2021, so less than a year. But that is disappointing.
To say the least. Yeah. And it's even more disappointing is we just got a trailer for Dune.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, really.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome trailer. It was just about to come out in maybe a month like from right now. So it made sense to put out a trailer, and now it's gone. So that's unfortunate. And this happened like literally, I was telling you, like 12 hours after we recorded last week's episode. So any listeners probably already heard this, but
so we haven't fallen behind, is what we're saying.
Yes,
we're on top of things. Yeah,
we are. Yeah, my all the Hollywood reporters emailed me instantly and were like, "Hey, it's delayed." And I was like, "Shoot, guys, just recorded. We'll get it out. We'll get it out there next week." But yeah, that is a bummer because I am looking forward to Dune, and I mean, this just shows there like isn't going to be anything of substance this year unless it's on streaming, essentially.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about the math in terms of an entire year? Because you could do like all these other movies have been doing and push it out a month or two, and then if the coast isn't still clear, just keep pushing it back a month or just go for a full year.
Well, I think the thing with Dune is they want that release, that October, November release, because they're going to go for some Oscars.
Right.
So it makes sense to do it then. I know the Oscars are delayed a little bit this year, so they could, in theory, push it out to January, February. But maybe they're still thinking at that point that it won't be a viable option, so they're just not going to say 2 more months and then 2 more months later be like, okay, just kidding. Now it's 8 more months. I think they're just kind of being preemptive. And so I guess I'm fine with that. At least they know what they're trying to do.
See, that's an interesting point you make because I think you're right in that they are trying to go for the combined double threat of a blockbuster movie and an Oscar movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's hard to satisfy both of those requirements, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw that last year with Joker being massively successful critically and culturally, really. But yeah, I think Dune will be going for that. I don't think it won't succeed as well as Joker did, but
no,
it should be. So I'm not offended by this release schedule. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I'm not angry or anything, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, it is what it is. With that then, what were your pieces of news?
So I got 3 actually. One is exciting to me. A little disappointing, but exciting is that Soul did get delayed to December 25th, Christmas Day. However, it's going to be put on Disney Plus.
Yes.
And it will be free for all Disney Plus subscribers. So no $30 thing like Mulan. I think they figured that was kind of a hose. They got hosed on that. So that's exciting to me that we're going to get to see this new Pixar movie.
Yeah. And it seems, just based on it seems like a wonderful movie for Christmas time, even if it doesn't take place around Christmas.
Yeah, but good point. Well, and early reviews are out. It's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 89 on Metacritic. So
okay,
it's getting good buzz. I'm excited for this. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And how Christmas is going to play out this year is going to be bizarre. Because I would think that if you want to have a successful streaming release, then Christmas is probably around the time to do it, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Thanksgiving, Christmas, yeah. And I should say as a side note, Mulan is getting put on Disney Plus for free December 4th. So that I guess they decided why not put it out there anyway.
So like, what has it been, like a month and a half since they released
I don't
it?
even know if it's been that long, to be honest.
So I would be pretty disappointed if I paid money for that.
Yeah, no kidding. Going on, two more things, two more quick things. So there's a 2001 movie, 2001, starring Nicole Kidman called The Others, and it's kind of a in theme tonight with Halloween. It's a kind of a thriller horror movie called The Others, and it's getting a reboot. And I like the original, so I'm excited for this. Sam, I don't know if you have seen it.
I have not. I know nothing about this.
It's worth a watch. I'd recommend.
Okay.
It's I shouldn't say it's fun, but it's suspenseful, keep you on your toes, and the reboot I'm hoping should be good. I doubt it has Nicole Kidman in it. But yeah, this should be fun. It should be good. I'm excited for that. And additionally, Gal Gadot, who is Wonder Woman.
Yes.
No, Gadot. I think it's Gadot.
I've heard Godot, but
maybe it's Godot. I don't know.
It's not important. It's not important.
And director of Wonder Woman, Patty Jenkins,
yes,
are teaming up again to make a Cleopatra biopic slash movie. I don't know if it's a biopic really, if it's from that long ago. But
ooh.
How do you feel about this, Sam? This is interesting to me.
I think that is excellent casting.
I think Gal Gadot is very beautiful.
She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous.
And I think Cleopatra is supposed to be very beautiful. So this is
yes. But how have cultural perceptions of beauty shifted over the years? This is an interesting question. I don't know.
It's the same.
It's the same. Like I don't know. But yeah, that's really good casting.
I'm excited for that.
Cleopatra is a fascinating character in history.
Yes,
so.
And it should be if it's done well, if it's done faithfully, which I think Patty Jenkins will do. I think this could be a good movie. I don't know if this kind of movie will have Oscar-y type stuff.
Yeah.
Because it does seem very out there. But I'm excited for that. I have to assume this is years out, so we shan't get too excited, but I'm looking forward to this one already.
Yeah, there haven't been a whole lot of, I just Googled it. There haven't been a whole lot of movies depicting Cleopatra, actually. Not as many as you would think.
Would
There's
I
one called Cleopatra from 1963 that is 5 hours and 20 minutes long.
Oh, see, that's my favorite movie.
Oh yeah, that's up there. Great pacing.
Great pacing.
So yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, that should be fun. Sam, do you have anything else to add or any other?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's a bit of a dry week.
It has been.
The movie of the week we decided to do this week was I think the only streaming release that became available in the last few days. So
yeah, and we should say, this was almost like this was a Hail Mary here to do this episode because we really weren't sure. But next week we're getting Aaron Sorkin's Trial of the Chicago 7 coming out on Netflix this week. So we will be doing that episode obviously next week's episode. And then after that, again on Netflix, we have Rebecca, which is a Hitchcock remake from 1940 something.
Yeah.
We'll be doing that the week after. So we got a couple movies here on the coming weeks, which is good to see, because not having a schedule drives me nuts. So
Exactly.
so getting some in a row is going to be nice. But Sam, for
for
now, should we discuss a little bit of Hubie Halloween?
Let's talk some Hubie Halloween, man.
You angry? Thank you.
Oh, man, wasn't that scary and funny?
Okay, my first question for you is the title Hubie Halloween. Okay.
Awful.
This has to be reminiscent of course, Tyler Perry's Medea, right?
Yes.
So is there an insinuation that Hubie will be a reoccurring character?
Oh boy.
Is this a franchise, William?
I had not thought of that, but I want a Hubie Christmas.
I want a Hubie Christmas.
Yeah. I also want a Hubie President's Day.
Yes.
Maybe we can just get like a Hubie Hanukkah. I don't know.
Oh, that would work. That would actually work better because Adam Sandler is actually devoutly Jewish.
He is Jewish. That is cool. What other H holidays do we have? We're just gonna list H holidays for the rest of the episode. We're delaying the inevitable of talking about this movie. I can see Sam trying to Google right now, so we'll
Harriet Tubman Day, Harvey Milk Day, Helen Keller Day,
Hubie Helen Keller Day. We're getting
that would be interesting.
So let's. I just want to give a little background on this picture.
This masterpiece.
So Adam Sandler made a little movie called Uncut Gems last year, in which he said that, which is a serious movie, I should say, in which he said that if he did not get nominated for an Oscar, which he did not, which is arguably incorrect. He should have gotten a nomination, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
He said he would make 5 of the worst movies of all time. This is the one. We have 4 more of these to come, all of which will be on Netflix. And oh boy, it's a good time to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, so I think this was. He did have a Netflix deal. He had a Netflix deal with to make like a bunch of these typical Adam Sandler comedies.
Yeah.
And I believe this is number 2 of the deal.
Oh, is it?
I think it was like 4 or 5 he signed on to make. So there are more of these coming.
Good.
Of course.
I'm excited. But where do we start? I should say more stalling right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan, and the Lakers
Yes, you are.
won the NBA championship on Sunday night. I was super excited. I was punching air. I was screaming and smiling and cheering and whatnot. And then I go, I have to watch Hubie Halloween for the podcast. Dang it. And all my friends were like, this is going to kill your mood. And I said, nope, it's a 5-star movie. No matter what they show. I'm in too good of a mood right now to not watch this and give it a bad rating. And
Yeah.
I stand mistaken. I was incorrect. This is a bad movie. There's no part of this that is good. No part. But,
Yeah.
I want to get your initial thoughts, Sam. Maybe some background. Start with some background on Adam Sandler. Like, what's your Sandler exposure?
Okay. I think. Now, this is just what I think. So don't quote me on this because I don't want this engraved on my tombstone or anything. But
I'm getting it made right now. Don't worry.
I think Adam Sandler is a great actor. And I saw him in his serious roles in Punch Drunk Love, in Funny People, in Uncut Gems. All of these roles, he is absolutely phenomenal in it. And his role in Funny People, he basically plays himself. I mean, he goes by a different name, but he basically plays himself, and he's able to make fun of his own career in making comedies like these. So for me, there's a comfort in knowing that Adam Sandler, no matter what he does in the serious vein of cinema, he will always revert back to making these crappy comedies like once a year. And they're just these like cheap little productions. They film them in like a month, and then it's like boom, 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 budget 3 or 4 million is Netflix deal, and then they get released, and I get to absolutely waste an hour and a half of my time. So there's a comfort there.
Yeah.
So is this movie terrible? Yes, it is god awful. But did I enjoy it? I don't know. Am I happy it's there? Yeah, kind of. There's a comfort to it, you know?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I'll mimic a lot of what you just said. I think these type of Adam Sandler movies have a place. They have a place for people who want to kill an hour and 40 minutes and have a I can't say decent. I guess have a decent time watching it.
Yep.
And get out without thinking at all.
Right.
Yeah, you know, this goes and really it's just Sandler hanging out with his buddies.
Exactly. That's why it's so fun to watch.
I mean that's part of the reason why I at least like I really like Sandler. And I agree with you. I think he's a great actor when he wants to be. And you know, if I could live the Sandler life of, you know, play basketball and ping pong and write movie scripts at my Happy Madison studios, I would do that. And if I got paid $10 million to show up for 60 days and make a crappy movie, I would do that too. Like there's
exactly.
So anything we say tonight, we're not blaming Sandler because we know this is what we know knew he was making a bad movie. And we know that he did it anyway because he doesn't care.
Yes.
And I think the argument of Sandler's not funny is so dumb because he's not really trying to be that funny.
Exactly.
Like if Sandler wanted to be funny, he could be. He just doesn't really care because it doesn't matter because he is going to make money anyway.
Yes, exactly.
So I'll just start off by saying that we understand that this is going to be bad because Sandler made it bad because he didn't care.
Because I was not for a minute. There was no minute in this movie where I thought to myself, well, I'm disappointed with this.
No, exactly.
I wasn't disappointed because I knew what it was going to be.
And yes, this is awful. This is so bad.
Oh, it's just terrible.
It's dreadful. Like us, this is gonna be like a weird episode because us saying the bad things in this movie would not end because it is awful. It's awful.
I know.
But
I know.
It you know it is what it is. But is there anything you liked about this? Like anything?
I liked Steve Buscemi.
Okay. How are Buscemi and Sandler friends? Because he's in a lot of his movies, and I don't get it.
Where did this come? This cast is actually very stacked when you think about it. even for an Adam Sandler movie, this
Yeah.
cast is very stacked.
Yeah, except Chris Rock isn't here, so I wonder what's happening between them.
Yeah,
And
where is Chris Rock? What
and
is he
he's-
doing?
Yeah.
He's busy with Fargo.
Oh, he is. You're right. Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ben Stiller shows up in
I
the
know.
opening scene.
For like 2 seconds, I guarantee Sandler called Stiller and was like, "Hey, man, I want you to come down here for a day." And Stiller was like, "I don't got nothing going on."
Yeah,
like,
it's his.
I'm writing Zoolander 3, but
Okay, I can do that, I guess. Yeah, he reprises his role as Hal L, an orderly at Richie's Asylum who previously appeared in Happy Gilmore.
are you
So
serious?
he's the same orderly as in Happy Gilmore, you know, that takes care of Adam Sandler's mom
Yeah,
or his grandma.
that is funny. I
Um,
will say one thing I did enjoy. I caught a reference to Billy Madison.
Oh, really?
Yes, when some of the people are bullying him, and he like turns and looks at them and says, "Oh, Doyle," and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. That is funny." And all I was hearing in my head is, "O'Doyle rules." So Sandler, good
Maybe
job.
he is funny. Maybe he is funny. I mean, the other thing I wanted to mention was there's this lady named June Squibb who is making like this late in life career comeback. She starred in a supporting role in the 2013 black and white film Nebraska, which I have not seen yet, and I've been wanting to see it for a while now. But she starred in that, and she was nominated for an Academy Award for that for Best Supporting Actress. Since then, this year, she has been in, I should say, Blow the Man Down, which for me is the second best film of 2020. It was released on Amazon Prime in February, I believe, March, that area. And she was in Palm Springs, and now she's in Hubie Halloween as Adam Sandler's mom. So,
Getting it done.
yeah. And she is, how old is she? Let's see here. 90 years young. Making this late career comeback. So I was fascinated that she showed up again.
Yeah, that's good. Good to see. Looks like she was in Toy Story 4 last year as well, and a number of things. Nice.
June Squibb, man.
But so where do we go from here? Do we talk about, maybe let's talk about Kevin James, and let's go actor by. Let's kind of go around the table here. We'll talk about Rob Schneider next, and
Sure.
where do we stand on Kevin James? Because I think he's
Kevin
the funniest
James.
person ever. I do not like Kevin James at all.
I don't think I mean, you can talk about like, did you ever watch like The King of Queens
No, I
or
haven't.
anything like that? I don't know. He's
I think here's my theory. The only reason Kevin James is a thing is because Chris Farley died. Sandler and Spade were like, "Oh crap, we need a replacement for Chris Farley in our movies." So they're like, "Kevin James," and then it stuck. I don't know how, but it stuck.
yeah, but were Chris Farley and those guys, were they ever in a movie together? Like obviously David Spade and Chris Farley were, but
No, but they were all on SNL together and would have been because they were all
Yes.
buddies.
yeah, I know that, but like were there ever concrete plans to make a movie, or was it just expected?
I think it was just expected that it was going to head that way.
Yeah. Especially after Sandler and Chris Farley were both fired from SNL.
Yeah.
That was shortly before Farley died, I believe. But yeah. That is an interesting theory. That Kevin James is just kind of filling the, how do I put this lightly? Okay, I'm gonna say it. The fat guy mold.
That guy in a little coat.
But yeah. Kevin James obviously has nothing on Chris Farley in terms of comedic ability.
I just don't know why Kevin James was in this movie.
Me neither.
I don't think he was funny once, or like, was he even trying to be funny?
I don't know.
I should ask you this: Did you laugh in this movie at all?
Oh yeah, we did this with Eurovision as well. Let me think.
I did not laugh once. I smiled at the O'Doyle reference from Billy Madison, but did not laugh one time.
You smiled at that.
Which, again, I did not expect to laugh. So,
Ray Liotta showing up as the rude, like, just the town a-hole after he buries his father on Halloween Day and then kicks Adam Sandler into his father's grave. I let out like a which is just, I mean, I would qualify as that as a laugh. Sure, they got me.
Yeah.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious in its own weird way. Because Ray Liotta, my brother pointed this out to me. My brother thinks that Ray Liotta has the eyes of the devil.
He does have creepy eyes.
He's a scary looking man.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have creepy eyes. By the way, add him to the list of actors that definitely should have had a bigger career but did not.
Yeah. Okay. Side note: have you ever read about how Ray Liotta basically, how he like twisted Scorsese's arm in landing the role of Henry Hill in Goodfellas?
I have not. Do tell.
Like I'm paraphrasing, but he basically kept calling Scorsese's office, and then he like somehow obtained his home phone and started calling him there. And then one night he just showed up at Scorsese's house and like demanded a meeting with him. Like he was so convinced that he was the perfect Henry Hill. And I guess Scorsese just gave in.
That is funny.
It's bizarre behavior, but yeah.
I guess he just wanted to be a gangster.
Ever since I was a little kid.
Where do we go from here? Let's talk about Sandler and his what's up with him and doing voices. Can this guy just not in a comedy just do it?
I think early on he was better at voices, and now I think he's run out of ideas.
It's just a parody of each other. Like he's just doing a Waterboy impression.
Hubie sounds like he has a speech impediment. It's just not good.
I just didn't know what it added to the movie other than to make him more of an outsider. I was just like kind of irritated. Like I couldn't stand it for the first while either. I was pretty annoyed with it actually.
Yeah, it's never explained.
But that was weird to me. What did you anything you really disliked?
I thought the supernatural elements about, like, obviously there's going to be a tinge of supernatural
with Halloween.
With Halloween and with any Sandler movie, like the slapstick comedy can get supernatural, but everything revolving around the Tumblr I thought was just annoyingly stupid. Like everything's stupid obviously, but that was annoyingly stupid.
Sure.
Like how he's like I have soup in my tumbler, and then he like and then it's like a megaphone at one point. It has an umbrella. It can shoot grenades or something.
It did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that would play into the plot at some point, but it never really did. It was more just like a slapstick joke, which
it was a total gimmick. And
not playing in the plot was odd because literally everything played into the plot in this movie. Like if they weren't subtle at all.
No, no.
Um,
Love interest.
yeah.
The love interest. We introduce Hubie's love interest for like about 5 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, we switch to her perspective and we learn she's madly in love
Oh
with him.
gosh, was it 5 minutes? I don't think it was that long.
It was like no time at all.
It
There
was
was no
very
will they, won't they. They're just like, we don't have time for that. Keep moving. Like
This is an hour and 30 minutes. Let's go. Come on. Yes, you are right. And I just thought that for a while I wasn't sure what the plot was because I was like, so Buscemi's a werewolf. Someone escaped from the what's it called? The loony bin. Someone this guy loves this girl and she loves him back, but they won't do anything. The kids escaped from the house and the brothers try. Like I was like, everything is a plot point, and it was odd jumping back and forth.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, to address the main plot points about obviously this kind of like Halloween, and by Halloween I mean like John Carpenter Halloween 1978. This is a very obviously like a Mike Myers idea of someone escaping the loony bin
Absolutely.
on Halloween night and all that. So it's riffing on that. But but then Rob Schneider, this was actually good at subverting expectations in that Rob Schneider's character does nothing. Steve Buscemi's character does nothing.
Nothing.
Except eat a pig.
Literally nothing.
like they're not the antagonists at all.
Actually, I thought that was at first when that became apparent. I was like, really? That's kind of annoying. But then I was like, no, actually, that's a little funny that it was just like,
it's kind of clever. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like all those shots of inside Rob Schneider's mask when he's wearing the pig mask.
Yeah, this is nothing.
And we just assume, oh my God, he's about to kill someone. He's just literally been walking around all night on the streets.
And I should ask you, what was up with Steve Buscemi? Like, is he a werewolf, or that was never really like, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Was that explained? I mean, he thought he was a werewolf, but what? Like then. First I thought he was like, oh, okay, he's crazy. He thinks he's a werewolf. But then at the end, it made it seem like he was a werewolf.
Well, he had all that hair on his arm, you know?
I know, yeah.
And then there's that scene where, spoiler, is this spoiler territory?
Yeah, don't watch this.
Don't watch this movie. But anyway, there's that scene where Rob Schneider and Steve Buscemi finally meet up in Steve Buscemi's kitchen. And Rob looks at Steve and is like, hey. It's like they're just standing in the kitchen and Steve is like handcuffed to the refrigerator. It's like it just makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I should let's where should we go from here? I guess let's talk about the ending a little bit. I guess they try to make it a little sentimental with like I guess his mom is just kidnapping and then gonna burn people. But he say like what was happening there?
Actually, now that I think about that, that's pretty funny. That's actually kind of funny. Like straight up burning people at the stake.
I was like, this turned really quick.
Like, what? I'm like, some of this does not belong in a PG Adam Sandler movie.
I know, yeah. I turned to some friends while we were watching it, and I was like, so he saves them, right? He throws the soup at the fire, and then I was like, is everyone congratulating him because he didn't let someone burn people? Like I was like, this isn't like some commendable act. I think any human being should do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you think about it, it's like from an objective perspective, if we want to analyze it that much, if you're Hubie, you can either A, stop the fire and not go to jail, or you can B, not stop the fire, or you can B, stop the fire and not go to jail. I don't know. But To avoid jail time. Yes, absolutely.
That
You
whole
know.
thing was just weird to me as well.
It was kind of bizarre. Like the fact that you would think that a character like Hubie would actually take pleasure in watching his bullies burn to death
Yeah,
right in front of his eyes.
that didn't add up to me either.
All of a sudden we find out his mother is just an absolute sadistic serial killer.
And she's just burning people. That'd be the worst way to die.
She's just burning people because they were mean to her kid. I mean, I don't know.
I do want to get your thoughts. What did you think of Kenan Thompson in this movie?
He doesn't do much.
He doesn't,
in my opinion.
He doesn't. But I thought he might have been the best part of it.
Really?
Yeah, I said I didn't laugh, and I did not. But I thought, thinking back on it, and even in the moment, I think he might have been the funniest.
I disagree. I can't think of one joke.
Really? I thought it was...
I can't think of one joke that Kenan Thompson had. He just played the cop.
There's a line in the trailer where, and they do this in the movie, obviously, where Sandler's like, it's like a montage of Sandler running into the room and like crying wolf, essentially. And on the last one, he comes in and he's disguised so he can allow to come in. And Kenan Thompson says something like, "I'm sorry, I didn't recognize him." I in the moment I was like, okay, that's a little funny, but like I looking back on it, I think he might have been my favorite. Maybe I just like
Okay. I mean, Kenan Thompson is such an obvious talent. He needs to do more movies if he can ever get out of SNL. He's been there the longest now, I believe.
Yeah, yes, you're right. He's easily the best cast member on SNL. It's not even close, in my opinion.
Easily.
I think his bread and butter though is stand up. Yes, I would like to see him do more movies. I want to see him just do stand up because I think that's stand up and improv. I think that's his two things which there is a little improv in stand up. So I think that's where I want to see him work, but I'd be down to see Thompson do more movies.
Yeah. Yeah,
Tangent.
absolutely.
It's kind of on task.
Another tangent, yeah. How do we feel about? Are we talking about? How about the Maya Rudolph thing, where basically her and Tim Meadows are like a somewhat bickerous couple. Like what?
I should start off by saying
who just make like.
Yeah, I should start off by saying yes, Maya Rudolph and Tim Meadows are in an Adam Sandler movie, obviously.
Yes, of course.
I thought, okay. I guess in hindsight, it makes kind of sense. You needed like one more. Obviously you had Ray Liotta. You had the high school senior bully guy. You had oh shoot, who else was there? Well, and then you had Tim Meadows and Maya Rudolph. I suppose you needed like one more bully to torment him, I guess, is the point of their characters. So I guess they kind of played a role. Yes, you could have done without them though. So whatever. Look, this movie's bad. It's bad. No part of this.
It's so bad.
We've done, I would say,
you could
a pretty good job of not absolutely tearing this movie apart.
Okay. I think with this episode is obviously going to have parallels to Eurovision from back in July. Now, another absolutely dismal comedy from Netflix, but I think the difference there was we expected that Eurovision could have been slightly funny, whereas with this one, we had no expectation of laughing. So
Do you
this one is arguably more successful.
Great. Do you put Eurovision? So do you put Hubie Halloween over Eurovision then?
I think they're on par, but I enjoyed watching Hubie Halloween more.
Okay, I'll put you down for you like Hubie Halloween. Sounds good.
Okay, I heard Hubie Halloween is your favorite film ever, so
Yeah.
I'm writing that down. That's what I'll put you down for.
That's weird that it beat out Cuckoo's Nest, but whatever.
Okay, that's all right. All right.
Yeah.
Same
But
difference.
do you have anything else to say about this movie? I mean, we're kind of
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
we're running dry. I guess I would just say that I understand what Sandler's doing here. He's just cashing a check. He's just hanging out with his buddies. I suppose if I could go one place, it'd be Adam Sandler's dorm room at NYU, and I'd just give him $20, and then I'd be set for life because he'd just put me in every single one of his movies, and it'd be good.
That is something Adam Sandler would 100%, if you just came up to him or like, I'll give you $20 if you put me in your next movie, he would 100% do that.
Absolutely. He's loyal. I'm sure he's absolutely awesome to be around. I mean, he knows what he's doing here. He knows he's making a bad movie, and boy, is this bad. We can't stress that enough.
It's almost impressively bad.
Yeah, this is bad.
It might be. Do you think it? Well, okay, Jack and Jill, but second to perhaps Jack and Jill, this might be the worst Adam Sandler movie.
I think Grown Ups 2 is up there. Let's actually, that's a good point. Let's go through his filmography.
Let's think about this for a second.
That's how we'll close out. Oh, Pixels.
I have not seen Pixels.
Pixels is that'd be up there. Pixels is pretty tremendously bad.
Okay.
Jack and Jill.
Okay, I have an idea. So for our recommends today, we should both recommend a non-dramatic Adam Sandler movie.
Okay, so comedic Adam Sandler movie?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like that. Trying to think here. I mean, he does like small roles in some things too, like Coneheads and Zookeeper.
Sure.
Man, this is. I guess I would say the worst is probably Pixels. Sam, I'm just going to tell you this one statement from Pixels. Kevin James is in the movie. Yeah. Kevin James is illiterate, and he is the president of the United States. That's all you need to know.
God damn it. No.
That's my vote for worst Adam Sandler movie is Pixels.
He's illiterate.
Like one of the opening scenes is him reading to a children, like a kindergarten, and he can't do it.
Oh no.
Oh, it's bad. It's very bad. That's my vote. What's your vote for worst Sandler?
I think it goes to Jack and Jill from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I think Jack and Jill is absolutely awful, but I think that's another one of those that's like it's up there with The Room as the best worst film ever made.
Oh, sure.
You know, like it is dreadful. Also, Al Pacino gives a surprisingly like dedicated performance.
Yeah, he's oddly into it for some reason.
Like he goes all out for playing himself, and I kind of dig that. But yeah, this is up there. We should mention too, by the way, about Hubie Halloween, that Adam Sandler's entire family appears in it.
Yep, his wife is in there.
And his two kids have like pretty main roles, I would say.
Yeah, his wife is in a lot of movies that he's in.
Yes.
I think she just likes to be in them, I guess, or he likes to put her in them, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's do you want to hit some star ratings?
Yeah, let's hit some star ratings.
All right, I'll start us off.
Okay.
This I debated for quite a while on if I was going to give this a half or 1. I went with the 1. You know, I know what Sandler is doing here. And I'll give him an extra half star for this. If this were anyone else, I think I would say half. But since it's
Exactly.
Sandler,
Exactly.
Sandler, he gets a 1 star. Congratulations.
Yeah, you just about nailed exactly my thinking, because it's like it's right on the edge, right between a half and a 1. And I decided because, well, at least it's self-aware, and it's not like he went out there trying to make the greatest comedy of all time. He knows this. He knows that this is going to be absolutely terrible. And I did enjoy it at a very strange level. So, yeah, 1 star for Hubie Halloween.
Well, good. I'm good for Hubie.
Good for Hubie, man.
Good things going for Hubie. And we're excited for Hubie Hanukkah. So,
yeah, I can't wait for Hubie Hanukkah.
Yeah, should be good. All right,
especially now that his mom's in jail and everything. So that'll be
absolutely. Weird. Let's move on to some non-serious Sandler movies.
Yep.
You want to go first, or should I?
You can go first. You can go first.
All right. I don't think we'll have the same one.
I doubt it.
This is not my favorite Sandler movie. This is not even my favorite serious or non-serious Sandler movie. But it looks like you hate this movie, but I'm gonna say I enjoy this movie well enough. I'm gonna recommend 50 First Dates.
Okay.
I find it enjoyable. You know, I like Drew Barrymore, so I'm gonna go with 50 First Dates. And if nothing else, at least you get to live in Hawaii for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I see that I gave it 1. That is a good one. I think what happened is I was going through when I started a Letterboxd account.
And we both have done that, absolutely.
And I'm like, oh, Adam Sandler, that's like 1.
For sure. We've all done that.
But yeah, that one, I think of the Sandler comedies, that one is actually up there. That one's pretty insightful. It has some decent writing.
Are you going to adjust your rating?
I might have to. I need to think about this one.
Good. Well, what do you got for us?
Okay, same thing here. Okay, this is my favorite Sandler comedy. I don't think it's the best. I think Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore are probably better.
I think
for me,
Billy Madison probably takes the cake for me as well.
Yeah, Billy Madison
for best
is actually. I think Billy Madison is actually a good movie. But that's a humble opinion. That's a very humble opinion.
Sure.
But anyway, for me as a Jack Nicholson aficionado,
oh boy,
anger management.
I'm gonna hit stop recording right now. Okay. Okay, go for it.
Anger management is, you got to be in a mood for it.
Sure.
You know, Sandler plays a man for no apparent reason, just gets absolutely has his career tarnished and is wrongfully sentenced to an anger management program headed by Jack Nicholson. And there are some scenes in there. I'm talking specifically of the Brooklyn Bridge scene that is genuinely funny. But yeah, it's a terrible movie. It's god awful, but I enjoy it.
Good, nice. So after you're done watching Hubie Halloween, go check out Anger Management and 50 First Dates. Have a decent time. But until next time, Sam, where can I find you on Letterboxd?
If you're looking for me, you can find me at sjdierberger. And where can I find you, sir?
You can find me at the same site at Will Spalding, and you can find us on Halloween night patrolling the towns of St. Louis and Ames, respectively. St. Louis, Kansas City, and Ames, respectively. But if you're not in St. Louis or Ames, why do I keep saying St. Louis? I'm thinking
Michael can handle St. Louis.
You're right. He can. But if you're not in
Also,
Kansas City,
crime rate in St. Louis significantly higher. So he's got problems.
Yeah, we might have to head down there. But anyway, you can find us at anchor.fm/thosefilmnerds or Those Film Nerds on any podcast platform or YouTube, or Those Film Nerds at gmail.com or Those Film Nerds on Instagram. And reach out to us at any of those locations with any questions about the show or comments about anything or movies we should watch or whatever you have on your mind. Or maybe your favorite food. I don't care. But, Sam, until next time.
Keep watching movies, everyone. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.